So we're on the draw with a 1-land hand. Our opponent is mulliganing. I don't know if this hand's even very good if we get land in the first 2 turns. I mean, it's okay. But if we don't hit land, we probably lose. I'm gonna mulligan this. Another 1-land hand. We're gonna have to keep this one. Get rid of an Awakener and hope we get the land so we can go Shambler into Beetle. I don't know. We can maybe do something with this. Well, it looks like we're up against Affinity. No land. Okay, good draw, good draw. I think I play the 2 Beetles, and then if we draw land next turn, we can put Bonesplitter onto the Shambler and Village Rites. Although, like, Bonesplitter onto the Shambler would have also been a fair play to make this turn. Okay, Deadly Spute on Chromatic Star, so they're really setting up for their next set of turns here. Alright, we miss on land. I think we still just put the Bonesplitter onto the Shambler here. Echo Wellspring, yep. They're setting up for something scary here. Actually, I'm thinking if we can get land, we just Fleshbag. We might not have that opportunity. We'll see what happens. Fleshbag would be wicked, though. There's a Prophetic Prism, so they're really setting up here. If they have 4/4, they can just slam them onto the battlefield. No 4/4s, okay. Alright, no land for us either. So I'm thinking that we probably Village Rites the Shambler and then see what we draw. That puts these up to 4, and then we can move over the Bonesplitter and we still just do more damage. Not to mention having 3 1/1s. Always yield. Always yes. Always yes. Always yield. Okay, we do get land. So I'll put the Bonesplitter onto one of my critters, play Nested Shambler, and attack for 6. HNDK, hello. Kind of want to pronounce your name as Well, they got a Blood Fountain. They've got tons of artifacts on the battlefield. If they have Disciple, we're probably just dead. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have Xaxes. That's going all right. Playing a bit of Pauper today. We've got through 1 league with this deck. We got 3-2. Now we're playing through a second. We've made 1 small change in between leagues. We've increased the land count by 1, taking out one of our skeletons. Really impressive what the Affinity deck can do. I think that I'm going to play Affinity on Thursday before it gets banned. I'll play maybe like a couple different versions. I'll play the Grixis and the Rakdos versions. Good one. This is such a tough matchup. So I like the Snuff Out. I like the Fleshbag. Not a big fan of the Perilous Myr. Might like the Crypt Rats as a way to get a little bit of range. A little bit of reach. Is Affinity more prevalent because of the bridge lands? That's part of it. Affinity has just gotten this huge influx of really good cards lately. It's been a long, long time since Affinity has gotten, good cards, and they just got a bunch of them. Blood Fountain, the Bridges, Deadly Dispute. Alright, we're going to kill that immediately. Attack with Nested Shambler, pass. Alright, Prophetic Prism. Get a little bit more damage in this way. We didn't wait for the Beetle. Damn! How could we have known, though? Could have had a pair of 3/3s here. Ecker Wellspring, sure. Another land. Unfortunate. I think I'm just going to put the Crypt Rats down. We can get more damage by sacrificing things, but if we start sacrificing, then we can lose something to Galv Blast. I'm just going to kind of like hold the fort for a moment here. Metamon, hello, hello. Remember, a single Gorilla Shaman could destroy all your hopes and dreams, but now you have more colored indestructible lands. Yeah, that was definitely a big help, but you might notice that the Affinity lists have actually started cutting the bridges a little bit. Like, they used to be playing a lot more of them. Now they're playing fewer. Alright, so we can sacrifice the Carrion Feeder to itself, and that'll grow the Beetle. If we sacrifice everything, we get to keep the Carrion Feeder, but then we're cold to a second Galv Blast. Just sacrifice the Feeder to itself. Oh, damn. Fiery Cannonade. Yup. Well, we just lost everything. And opponent still has 4 cards in hand. Seems bad. Yep. Cannonade was well-timed there. Sometimes we're able to get around it, but Galv Blast into Cannonade was super good. Although I think they could have also just done that the other way around and it still would have worked out for them. Oh yeah, Deadly Dispute the Ichor Wellspring seems good. Oh wow. Yeah, they're making our deck look bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 16 plus 1. Okay, so it's lethal now. We have to block. And if they have a removal spell for the Awakener, we're dead. And we get to move on to match 2. Oh, Cart Clan Shaman, that's lethal. Yeah, this hand looks fine. Starting with a basic plain Soul Warden. Ooh, that's not good. They're going to be gaining a bunch of life. That's really bad for us. Like, really bad for us. Can't block, you might as well attack. Literally cannot block. Attack in. Hope they block. There's no way they will. Alright, kill the Suture Priest. Take an extra point of damage. Blackriffice? Yeah, I've been calling it Black Sack. Howdy, handsome. And this is definitely not a matchup we wanted to see, although we'll have some pretty good cards in the sideboard. Morning. Get another land. Tragic Slip, one of your Soul Wardens here. Play a Persistent Specimen. And attack for 2. Now, opponent only has 1 card in hand currently. Although they get to redraw. Okay, Priest, that's another redraw. Fleshbag Marauder not looking too good in this matchup, but we're going to have 4 Crypt Rats for games 2 and maybe 3. Alright, so we're going to block here and sacrifice. Get a Bonesplitter, alright. Sacrifice Perilous Myr, kill the Soul Warden. And Bonesplitter time. Attack for 5. Okay, so they're continuing to put on pressure here. Get another Bonesplitter. I'm kind of leaning towards bringing the Persistent Specimen back so we can sacrifice it. It's not quite as good as just putting Bonesplitter onto our creature, though, is it? This just does more damage. And if we need to, we can Deadly Dispute one of these Bonesplitters. Get some more card draw going. Ah, the Squadron Hawk! Not what we wanted to see! This is such a bad matchup, game one. They're just going to do a ton of damage to us. Get a Tragic Slip. Mortician Beetle, a little bit late. Play Fleshbag. Sacrifice Fleshbag. And we have an attack. Nice. I think they definitely should have... Okay, no, they sacrificed an Inspector. Yeah, that makes sense. They wouldn't have had a good block. So next turn we can bring back Persistent Specimen, Village Rites. And we have a block here. Okay, no attacks. Nice. I don't like that. Benevolent Bodyguard being able to give one of their creatures protection from black. Doesn't give them protection from colorless, though. So if I can find any more Perilous Myr, those will kill something. And our creatures are just better than their creatures. But they've got way more card advantage, which is pretty important in Pauper. And a skeleton. Now, skeleton's a better blocker, so let's sacrifice Persistent. Get a 4/4 Beetle and a 4/4 Demon. Get another land, okay. Play Skeleton. Attack in. Okay, and then they can just sacrifice Benevolent Bodyguard to give the Squadron Hawk pro black. So they get to keep the most amount of their stuff this way, although I do get a trigger on the Beetle. And I think I just leave up the Village Rites. I could put the Bonesplitter on the Skeleton, so then it trades with Inspector, but I don't think they're going to be sending in with Inspector anyway. taking 2. Almost dead. Ah, Journey. That's brutal. Alright, Village Rites, this is what you're for. Another Persistent Specimen. We don't have anything else to do here, just going to F6. Conserve our clock. Get a Bone Picker, not bad, not bad. Don't have any way of sacrificing anything, but we got enough mana to just cast it straight up. And that gets us a blocker. And, you know, if one of their creatures dies, we can actually just play it for 1 mana, which will let us put a Bonesplitter onto Persistent Specimen, which would be fine. Or maybe even, oh, Benevolent Blessing! I was not expecting that. Now they just have a pro-black critter. Okay. So that's able to block one of our best creatures every turn. And that means that nothing died. Back to you. And this is also able to attack in for a little bit of damage. So they can get in for 2, put us to 6. I think this is just going to be way more valuable as a blocker, though. Oh no, 4 mana. Looks like Battle Screech. Oh no, Silver Flame Ritual. They just get a +1/+1 counter on all their creatures and Vigilance. Block here, block here. Get a land, unfortunate. Think we're just dead? Yeah, we're dead. They don't have to block the Sanitarium Skeleton, and then these 2 creatures here just kill us. Good game. Tough matchup, though. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. Post board, get rid of the Fleshbags, bring in the Crypt Rats. Really going to be all about drawing these Crypt Rats. I don't know if we even want Snuff Out. Like, Tragic Slip just seems like a perfectly fine removal spell. Their creatures aren't generally all that impressive on their own, similar to ours. Oh, okay. There we go. One land hand. Another 1 land hand. Come on, deck. Swamp would have been so good there. Could play Bone Picker follow-up. Miss on land again. Alright, so we hit this time. Squadron Hawk seems pretty good for them. Really going to be looking to find those Crypt Rats. It's going to be what either wins the game or loses it for us. Soul's Attendant. They got a handful of Squadron Hawks. Oh, Crypt Rats, there we go. Now, the trick here is like getting these Crypt Rats to do something. Alright, let's go for 7 damage here. Now, that land was a really good draw. Now we can Crypt Rats for 1 after we play it. Okay, that is super, super scary. Just like the perfect time for them to grab that right before I Crypt Rats. So now they've got a giant unicorn. Well, if we hit it for 4, we can still kill it with the Crypt Rats for 1. Okay, no blocks. Oh wow, and that's just going to make their unicorn even bigger, thanks to their sisters. Attacks with everything. Go to blocks, block here. Crypt Rats 1 damage to everything. Okay, so we got the Bone Picker to block this eventually. Oh, Tragic Slip? What a good draw. We can actually kill this with Tragic Slip if we can get one other creature to die. If we attack them, they just don't block. Let's start with a Deadly Dispute on a land. Get Persistent Skeleton, or a Specimen rather. Okay, so we can play the Specimen, and then Deadly Dispute the Specimen. And now we have Tragic Slip to kill Unicorn. Okay, nice. Oh, Journey to Nowhere? Okay, so we'll just Deadly Dispute whatever you hit. They're at 12. Yeah, Crypt Rats isn't going to be lethal. Okay, they do come in. Get a Bonesplitter. Some a little bit of extra damage. Come in for 5. Play Perilous Myr. And I think we just go ahead and put the Crypt Rats down. So Perilous Myr plus Bone Picker is lethal. Crypt Rats is lethal on its own. Although the life totals are pretty close here, so we could potentially get like a draw situation. Hit them with a Perilous Myr damage. Okay, so now the Bone Picker or the Crypt Rats are lethal. Okay, Squadron Hawk. So it looks like we could Crypt Rats for 1 and win the game. Nice. Okay. Managed to take a game against Soul Sisters. That feels pretty good. Let's see if we can do it a second time. This looks like a keep to me. Tap land to start. Like to see it. Alright, that's enough lands, deck. We don't need any more. Okay, so they don't have a 1 land hand. Although all their mana is coming to play tapped stuff. Oh, Bone Picker? It's just so awkward right now to kill the Soul Warden, because I want to be able to do this stuff. We gotta wait 1 turn. Squadron Hawk, yep. Squadron Hawk, what a card. 2 mana, draw 3. Oh my god, they just put them all in their hand? You're gonna have to discard, bud. I think that was a mistake. No attacks, right? Yep. Okay, another Perilous Myr. So I'm thinking the play is probably Beetle Bone Picker. So we play the Beetle, they gain a life, we kill the Soul Warden with Perilous Myr, and then play Bone Picker. It's not great on our mana. We could just play another Perilous Myr and get rid of their Squadron Hawk as well. And then we've got a pair of 3/3s. Kind of like playing out the Bone Picker, and maybe we can use the Perilous Myr to knock something else off later. Let's see here. Always yes, and yield. A little bit awkward on mana, but better for combat. Another tap land. Soul Warden into Squadron Hawk. Oh, no, Suture Priest. Okay. We'll probably kill the Suture Priest here. Another Bone Picker. Got some pretty good creatures attacking here. Put up a lot of pressure, but the opponent has a lot of cards in hand and a lot of mana. So they're going to be able to like play Soul's Attendant, continue gaining some life, get some creatures onto the battlefield, make some blocks. Oh, they don't have a lot of blocks though. We got these Bone Pickers coming in the air. And we got Deadly Dispute to get a little bit of card advantage. Okay, we find Carrion Feeder. Might just want to sacrifice that to Deadly Dispute. Might be better to sacrifice a land. Get Crypt Rats? Not bad, not bad. They want to double block a Bone Picker, we'll let that happen. No, they're just taking it all? Wow. I kind of want to play Crypt Rats. I think we wait. We wait for the Crypt Rats. We'll be able to knock off a really good Crypt Rats next turn. We have the mana, and this way we don't have to worry about Journey. Because yeah, if we put down Crypt Rats and they Journey, we just pretty much cry. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice the Carrion Feeder, get an extra 2 points of damage on them. Yeah, good thing I didn't. Alright, you gonna get rid of the Mortician Beetle here? Yeah, okay. In that case, we will eat it with this feeder here. So that way we can get the most creatures to survive with our Crypt Rats. I think this is GG, because we can just Crypt Rats for 1, get rid of everything except for their Inspector. And then we get to play another Bone Picker. Seems good. Ooh, okay. Managed to beat a bad matchup. I thought it would be a bad matchup, but Crypt Rats was definitely pulling its weight there. Obviously, we're going to mulligan this. We have no lands, so can't keep it. We can keep this one. We'll get rid of a Village Rites. Not a good hand, though. Secluded Step could mean a few things. But we really need to find some more creatures here. Okay, so they're playing Bully. This will be an interesting matchup. Another land, that's the worst. We just have nothing to do. Spare supplies. Definitely one of the better options for these 2-mana eggs, although we got a really, really good one recently that gives your creature unblockable. So that would be the one that Affinity wants to go to. Another land. I need creatures. We're losing this one. We just weren't able to put up any significant amount of pressure at all. There we go. Let's draw some cards. So a little bit too slow getting into this on turn 4. Our opponent's saying, like, great turn, but turn 4, we did nothing basically for our first 3 turns. So it was pretty lucky that we were able to, you know, like, find some stuff to play into. The Nested Shambler was just the perfect draw there. If we can find another Nested Shambler off the top, we're looking okay. But opponent's got like 7 cards in hand, plus, you know, like, all these resources. Hey, Fleshbag is a wonderful draw. It's going to grow our Mortician Beetle by quite a bit. Alright, I guess we just Village Rites the Beetle. Not bad. Another Beetle. Attack for 2. Hey, the Mixlash. You get to see my new Black Sack Styles playing with the Skeletons this time. As a way to get a little bit of card advantage. Speaking of card advantage, opponent has plenty with all of their eggs. Another land, unfortunate. But we can, like, Persistent Skeleton do some stuff here. Not too bad. We got +2/+2 on both of our creatures for 4 mana, and we get to hold up Deadly Dispute. Opponents got to do something pretty quick here. They've gone through a ton of their deck. They need to find like answers to our creatures or blockers or something. Crimson Fleet Commodore is a pretty good one. I did go down to 16 lands, but I actually forgot to change the Stream Decker in between this league and last league. I ended up taking one of the skeletons back out and going back up to 17 lands. We just got screwed so bad last game. So we should be able to save anything from a Galv Blast here. Let's just do the damage. Prismatic Strands prevent black damage. That sucks. Yeah, we're on the second league here. What do we do? What do we do? We're losing the Beetle. We can't save it. I guess we just Deadly Dispute the Beetle here. Get another Carrion Feeder. Not great. They got 6 cards in hand. Prismatic Strands on the flashback. Yeah, we just took way too long. We had some pretty good turns in there, like towards turn 4, but we needed to get started much earlier. We could sacrifice our board and make them journey their own Crimson Fleet Commodore. I would do that if we had mana to return the specimen. I think we let this happen so that if they return Journey, we get our Carrion Feeder back. We could, like, sacrifice it to get an extra power on this Carrion Feeder. But that's bad versus Core Skyfisher. There it is. So if we had sacrificed creatures, they would be able to journey another creature here. And they have Prismatic Strands, Flashback ready to go. We'll see if we can get them to use it. They got Galv Blast. All right, Deadly Dispute. Hold on, cancel that. No, they've got way more than enough. Yeah, we'll just Deadly Dispute. Fleshbag and Sanitarium Skeleton. And they managed to keep their Prismatic Strands. How am I going to want a sideboard here? We'll probably bring in all the Snuff Out, the Crypt Rats, and the Marauders. Alright, coming in for damage. I think we just take it all. I mean, we would be dead to Gallop Blast. I mean, like, blocking was pretty poor anyways. We were only going to be able to block 1 damage. Playing Awakener so we can sacrifice. They're going to prevent black damage here. So they can block Fleshbag and then... Oh, okay. Block like that, sure. Okay, Lightning Bolt the Awakener, yep. We can only transform once a turn. So I wasn't able to, like, pay another 3 and try and get it anyway. Oh, wow. They gave us the Monarch. That was nice of them. So let's see here. We can play the Beetle and replay the Skeleton. Oh, wow. Reaping the Graves. Yup. Get 3 cards back to hand. Looks pretty good. They're back up to 7 cards in hand to my 1. Alright, so that's lethal coming in. We double block here. We take 2. Alright. Do I have to block with Beetle? So that's 4. 4 plus 3? Yeah, we don't have to block with Beetle. We're dead to any kind of direct damage regardless. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Ooh, Okiba Gang. Yeah, that kills us. Xaxes. Alright, so we're bringing in Snuff Out, Fleshbag, and Crypt Rats. How do we feel about Bone Picker in this matchup? Kind of like the Perilous Myr. Alright, 2 lands. Actually, this looks like an okay hand. We're missing the combo, but at least we've got some stuff to put down onto the field right quick. Start getting some damage in early. And we're not cold to Cannonade. I don't think we want to play Crypt Rats yet. Like, it's pretty obvious they have a removal spell here. So let's just make them use a removal spell on one of our bad creatures. Sure. Yep. So now their Cannonade is going to be pretty good. Although we can still return the Sanitarium Skeleton. And, you know, like, we've traded basically, like, 3 of our cards for 2 of theirs. Okay, Prophetic Prism, so we don't have to worry about the Cannonade just yet. It looks like they're passing a turn. Good for us. Get a Carrion Feeder, not bad. Let's attack 3 for 3, play Carrion Feeder. Okay, they're going to Galv Blast. They have 2 artifacts. So Galv Blast is only coming in for 2. I'm going to sacrifice the skeleton and a squirrel and keep the Carrion Feeder around. Unfortunately, we don't have enough mana to return the skeleton to our hand. And we got Snuff Out to get that core Skyfisher out of the way. Fleshbag. Ah, that would have been a good reason to just pass the turn and hold the Snuff Out. We could have just waited and Snuff Out on our turn. Oh well, we're going to attack here for 4, and then we can put Skeleton back to our hand. We could also just play Crypt Rats. Yeah, let's play the Crypt Rats, actually. This is as good as a Fireball. So we can do an extra 3 or 4 damage. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can put them to 1. If we get land, it's lethal. Oh, Cannonade, okay. So yeah, we gotta sacrifice everything. Still got a 5 coming in. I'll get a Beetle. I'm wondering about just playing the Crypt Rats again, or if I should play the Beetle. I'll play the Crypt Rats. 2 lethal threats. Prophetic Prism, okay. So they have Metalcraft now. Hey there, Slayer. Oh, yeah. Fancy. Got the Ferret Chill emote. Crypt Rat seems great here. Yeah, I mean, opponent agrees. They don't have an answer to what we're laying down onto the table, and they have to scoop them up for game 2. So we're heading into game 3 on the draw. I think we're going to resubmit as is. Yeah, I don't like the Bone Pickers versus a Cannonade deck. This hand is slow. I think we keep it, though. I don't really want a mulligan. If we can find some good ones off the top, we're okay. Not exactly what I was looking for, but maybe we can sacrifice some lands. Nested Shambler is a pretty good draw. I'm wondering if I should snuff this out so we can get that 1 point of damage in. Seems kind of poor. Could keep the Snuff Out for a much more important creature. We got Fleshbag next turn to get rid of this. Another Snuff Out. Maybe we just wanted to hold up the 3 mana for Awakener. So that if they tried to Galv Blast it, we would have had something to do. Oh, they're just drawing a card. That's alright. If they get a Cannonade here... yeah, I should have played this differently. We're just cold to Cannonade. That was stupid. That was bad play. Should have definitely held up the mana for Awakener. Well, this is a pretty good trade for us. Glinthawk returns their land. We can snuff that out. Oh. I guess that's fine. Another Fleshbag? So we could Mortician Beetle Fleshbag, get a 3/3 Beetle. So Lightning Bolt kills our Beetle here. Unfortunate. We don't have a lot else to do. We could put a Crypt Rats out. We just got a bunch of removal here in Deadly Dispute. I mean, we can Deadly Dispute a land. Oh, Core Skyfisher on the Journey. Okay, this could actually be pretty good for us if they replay the Journey. Yeah, okay. Opponent's a little bit smarter than that. They know not to replay it. Alright, attack with Crypt Rats pass. Another Journey. I think we'll just Crypt Rats for 4 here. Another Journey, wow. Deadly Dispute. Not bad. Put the Skeleton back in our hand. Let's continue playing. Get another Deadly Dispute. Alright, play Skeleton. Play Awakener. And pass. Alright, so they have 2 artifacts. Don't think I want to flip the Awakener. It's bad to a removal spell. Cleansing Wildfire, sure. Radiant Fountain gains 2 life. That's pretty good for them. It looks like they're just passing back, so we'll just untap. Don't have any skeletons in the yard. Attack for 3 here. Alright, so they're going to Cannonade. In response, we'll use the Awakener. In response, they're going to Lightning Bolt the Awakener. Response to that, we'll Deadly Dispute. Get to draw another card. Not bad. Cannonade kills the skeleton. But we get to play Carrion Feeder and Nested Shambler here. Let's do that the opposite way. Like that. Pass back. And we have a skeleton now. They're going to be able to return the journey with this. Village Rites. So unfortunately, we don't quite have enough mana to return the skeleton to our hand, play it, and Fleshbag. We'll just Fleshbag, sacrifice Nested Shambler, and then maybe put the skeleton back to our hand. Good to see you're playing Black Sack. Yeah. Thanks. One of my favorite types of Pauper strategies. Really enjoy it. I should have activated the skeleton with the spell bomb on the stack. That was a mistake. Now they can get rid of it. Yeah, punt. That was just a stupid mistake. Yeah, I am actually using the new skeleton in this list, yes. Bonesplitter, not bad. We can put that onto the squirrel, get some damage flowing. Could have gone to your upkeep and activated twice, another good point. Come on, just stop having answers to everything I do. Nice, take 6, go. Another Journey to Nowhere. Yeah, I guess we'll just Village Rites whatever they target. Oh wow, they're targeting the Marauder. I figured for sure they would target the Squirrel. Which is a token, so they'd be able to double land. That's rough. Prismatic Strands. Prevent all green damage here. Oh yeah, that's true, that's true. If they choose token, I can just put the Bonesplitter on the other creature. Attack for extra damage. How do you like the skeletons? They're a really nice way to spend my extra mana. I'm not sure how many skeletons I want, But one of the problems I've had with this list is what to do with all this extra mana. The skeletons fix that problem. Another friggin' land. Another Prismatic Strands. Prevent all green damage, take 1. Yeah, the Sanitarium one is a little bit clunky in that sense, but it allows you to block with it. So you're able to return it to your hand and replay it as an untapped creature, which can block like a Gurmag Angler or whatnot. We're going to want to snuff out their creature on their end step so they can't... we'll snuff them both out. Snuff out both of your creatures. And they're almost out of mana. This might just be... we're off by 1 damage. Mana Tithe! No! Perilous Myr. Okay, that's a draw. Down to 1, nice. Perilous Myr. Put the Bonesplitter on the Myr. Go. Cannot prevent Myr damage with Prismatic Strands. I have nothing to do. I'm just going to hit F6 here. They draw a card with spare supplies. We're both at 28 cards in our library. They put down Thraben Inspector, which is a good one, but they still need to find like some way to gain life. Perilous Myr is going to end this game. Prismatic Strands is color of your choice, not colorless. Nice! Oliver is putting up the GGs in chat. Well, that was a really, really sweet match of Magic. We definitely had quite a bit of trouble game 1, where we weren't really able to put anything out onto the board early, but games 2 and 3 I thought were pretty fun. 1 land hand on the draw, but this could be a very good hand. Hey, boss. Use to solitaire hundreds of hands to get a feel? That's a really good idea. I'm going to keep this one. It's pretty bad if we don't find land, but we've got Bonesplitter, Nested Shambler. If we find land turn 2, this hand is amazing. Ooh, fighting against basic Swamp turn 1. This is exciting. By the way, Boss MTG's great content creator here on Twitch. I'm sure most of you have heard of Tom the Boss Ross. If you're into... Oh, draw the land. Nice. If you're into Yawgmoth combo, that's a great place to go. Alright, no play for their turn. What do they got now? Witches? Dusk Legion Zealot. Okay. Nice! The reason you play 8-Rack. I had a lot of fun with 8-Rack. Great deck. Really fun. Okay, we get a Skeleton. I think we're just going to put the Bonesplitter onto the Shambler. And if they want to block, then we get 3 Squirrels. Either that or we're racing. I mean, we're racing either way. This is fine. No Crypt Rats. Nice. Beetle's interesting. We could just go, like, Perilous Myr. I kind of like Sanitarium Skeleton. I think I'm going to go Bonesplitter on a Squirrel and play Skeleton. I think that's good against Crypt Rats, or at least better than some of our other options. Alright, so they got a removal spell. Oh, Suffocating Fumes! Wow, yeah, that's a good one versus us. Yeah, no kidding. You got the call. I guess we can just play Bone Picker now. And I mean, honestly, like that Suffocating Fumes traded with our Nested Shambler, which also traded with their Zealot. So I think we still are up on this trade. On a list that plays 4 of them, that's terrifying. And Chainer's Edict, brutal. Okay. Get an Awakener. I think we just play Skeleton. Maybe Skeleton. Bad matchup, game 1. I think that we probably have a good cards for our game 2. We get the Lifestaff, which is really important. And then these skeletons are pretty nice versus like edicts or whatnot. Tragic Slip, so we can get that out of the way. Might be better just to play like an Awakener or something. We are pretty cold on lands. Meanwhile, opponent has been able to keep a flush hand thanks to Dusk Legion Zealot, drawing cards as it comes into play. Yeah, no blocks. Hopefully they don't have a Ninja. Maybe we're supposed to block. Because if they have Ninja, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Trade. Witch's Cottage puts Dusk Legion Zealot back on top. We get to smack for 3 and play Perilous Myr. Oh, Grey Merchant. Yep. That is what we were playing around Okiba Gang. Another Beetle. So if we attack, we can Tragic Slip their Grey Merchant and get a good combat. Fun fact, first deck I created in paper was Mono Black Devotion, Good Memories. Nice. I've played my fair share of Mono Black Control for sure. Played some Mono Black Devotion in Standard. Grey Merchant, Crypt Rats, good times. I think everyone at some point has played Mono Black Devotion. Just one of those things you gotta do. Alright, so they get a Witch's Cottage. They get to return the Grey Merchant. That's brutal. Grey Merchant is just such a good card against us. Bone Picker. Again, missing on lands. I think we attack in with everything. One of, for sure. Suffocating Fumes. Again with the Suffocating Fumes. They got Defile for the Bone Picker. Another Suffocating Fumes can take out the Beetle if they have it, but one of their cards in hand is definitely Grey Merchant. Oh, the other one is Thorn. Alright, so we need some way to hit them this turn. That's not it. At least we can trade. Alright, I think we're losing this game. Hard fought. But we just couldn't find the lands we needed to cast our spells. And I mean, like, we're doing pretty good with 2 lands. We managed to basically play out our hand. But the opponent's got the Monarch, so they're going to be able to just get way out of reach. Another Witch's Cottage. What do you get back this time? The Zealot again. Makes sense. No blocks. Yeah, there's the Zealot, good blocker, which draws Zealot, so they're able to replay Zealot. Draws another card. Get our 3rd land so we can start returning the skeletons. Watch, they just have another Suffocating Fumes here. Dash hopes. That's what the opponent's been doing to us. Dashing our hopes. I wanted a 4-1 league. Phyrexian Rager, they have blocks now. Deadly Dispute. A good card, but we don't have the mana or resources to really utilize it. Alright, we're dead. Alright, those Suffocating Fumes were brutal. Let's bring in the Lifestaff. Take out the Bonesplitter. Not a big fan of Persistent Specimen in this matchup. Alright. Land heavy. But we should be able to flip the Awakener. Bone Picker. Okay, I like that. Oh, this is a swamp, though, so if I try and flip this, they could have Defile. Oh, we got Perilous Myr, though. What now, lands? Flipping this is bad versus Defile. Playing Perilous Myr is bad versus Suffocating Fumes. I think we just have to pass. Okay, that's good for us. Redraw the land, get a Village Rites, not bad, so we'll just knock that right off the table. Play Bone Picker, and attack in for 5. Oubliette! Oh, wow, Oubliette! So cool. They're gonna phase out my Awoken Demon. Oh, or the Bone Picker, I guess. Sure. Phased out. Oh, Bajuka Bog, sure. Another Perilous Myr. Don't quite have enough mana to Ecstatic Awakener, Perilous Myr, and Sacrifice. We'll just attack in for 5 and play Awakener. Chittering Rats. No. The spells would still resolve because the creature is still in play. There are some effects that do that if the card like exiles itself and comes back into play on the other side. But when you transform a thing, it's still on the battlefield, and like a cast down would still kill it. Alright, so they do have the cast down. We do draw a card, though. Get another Perilous Myr. Neat. Alright, we'll just play 2 Perilous Myrs. And we got Tragic Slip up. Now they just play their Grey Merchant here. Yup. So we can Tragic Slip a Perilous Myr to do 2 to the Chittering Rats. And that'll mean they'll only get 4 instead of 6. Not great. Oh, Deadly Dispute. Okay. So we can swing in. If they block Perilous Myr, we got Deadly Dispute, so we deal them 6. Okay, that's a good block. I think we'll just Deadly Dispute a land here. Get a Lifestaff. Ooh, and a Mesmeric Fiend. Alright, let's take a card out of their hand. We'll take the... I think we take the Rager. Leave them the Sign of Blood, which puts them to 4. Ooh, Suffocating Fumes. Yep. Yeah, I gain 3 life. You take 2. You get your Rager back. There's the Rager. They go to 3. They're forced to block the demon. If we draw a removal spell, we have Village Rites. That's no good. Easy block. Okay, Dusk Legend Zealot, sure. They go to 2. So if we draw another Perilous Myr, we got the win. Get a Bone Picker. Alright. Attack with Demon. They have to block. Our Bone Picker will cost 1. I think I'm going to move the Lifestaff over. Because they are more likely to want to kill the Bone Picker because they can't block it. GG. And yeah, Sign of Blood themselves. Ooh. Alright. Think that we're going to... I don't know. Are we going to change anything? Lifestaff didn't actually seem too good in this matchup. I think that's more necessary for the other black deck, Black Sack and Black Burn. So we probably just bring the Bonesplitters back in. Again, not a huge fan of Persistent Specimen when they're going to be able to just like kill all of our creatures in response. Mesmeric Fiend is like on the fence. Two land hand, we got Bonesplitters, nothing to really play on turn 1. I think we still have to keep it though. We got 2 lands. Play a Bonesplitter. Play Myr. And they're using a removal spell on a Perilous Myr. Okay, Phyrexian Rager, that could be a ton worse. We get a Carrion Feeder, interesting. I think we'll just play Perilous Myr Bonesplitter. We could have put a Bonesplitter onto the Myr, but this like trades with their stuff pretty well anyway. Oubliette? Damn, that's the one way to get through a Myr. Phase it out. Get Fleshbag. Fleshbag doesn't seem too hot here. I think we'll just play Carrion Feeder and equip a Bonesplitter. Hold up Tragic Slip. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Okay, we're out of cards. Opponent has the Monarch. We're in a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, Feed the Swarm, being able to get rid of Oubliette. That would be nice, you're right. Alright, they're looking for a removal spell for the Bone Picker. They got 2 draws off the Sign in Blood. They cycle the Suffocating Fumes. It looks like we're just taking the Monarch, friends. Let's go. Take 7. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, equipment phases out with it. If they have Oubliette here for our Bone Picker, they don't. Phew. Alright, do we attack in with the Perilous Myr? I think so, right? Because we have the Sanitarium Skeleton to sacrifice. No Pestilence. So we go for 7, 8, 9, put them to 3. I think maybe we hold the Myr back. Just as an extra blocker so that we can maybe hold on to the Monarch. Bone Picker is doing the damage here. And we might actually want to move some of these Bone Splitters over afterwards, like put one of them onto the Skeleton, put one onto the Perilous Myr, so that they don't get exiled by Oubliette. What do we get? What do we get? Tragic Slippers. Nice. Alright, Phyrexian Rager puts them to 4. That's really good for us. They have 2 lands left. Sign in Blood. Okay, we win. Okay, so they're getting Thorn back. If they have Defile, they can kill the Bone Picker, but our Perilous Myr still wins. So we just attack all here. Should be GG. Yeah! All right. So we managed to guarantee the positive league. We're on the play with a one land hand. There are fairies most of the time. Oh, they are there for fairies most of the time. Random, yeah, they were randomly super good against us. Let's see here. If they're playing Jund, I'm pretty comfortable in the matchup. If they're playing fairies, we're gonna have some trouble. I've actually used some of our opponent's decks in the past. So definitely nice to be able to play against them. It's one of the things I love about leagues is you're able to play against some of the best players in the world. This one is so tough. Like, if we draw land in 2 turns, we're looking good. I think I'm going to keep this. I tend towards keeping 1 land hands. Alright, we're looking for a bridge. Turn 1 bridge, let's go. Land. Yes! Oh, right, we're in it. I think we start with Specimen. I think we're just going to flood the board. So yeah, I think we'll play Specimen first since it's our worst creature. And then next turn we'll play Beetle Awakener. And then after that, maybe we'll put a Bonesplitter on something. If we don't get a chance to play Bone Picker. Okay, Ichor Wellspring, yep. So no blocks. Get a Skeleton, alright. Let's attack for 1. And play... Yeah, we'll play Beetle Awakener. That way if we draw land, we get a really good attack. And even if we don't draw land, we still get to play Bonesplitter equip. Alright, so opponent has to start thinking about how much damage I'm going to deal and how many turns they can spend setting up. Is there any special purpose to Bonesplitter? Card seems a bit weak. Yes, there is. Playing a card that says... oh, well, actually, let's just grab the card here. I think it's called Nested Shambler. Yeah, there you go. That's the reason for it. Alright, so they do find land. That's actually a really good impulse. Alright, let's hope we find land. We don't. Oh, we find Carrion Feeder, though. That's actually super good. So I can play Carrion Feeder, Skeleton, sack the Skeleton. Actually, even better, I can play Carrion Feeder, sack this Skeleton, play Bone Picker. It's the same amount of damage if I sacrifice now or later. Sacrifice this. Always yes, always yield. Always yield. Yeah, card command is definitely sweet. Okay, we get a Bone Picker past the turn. Now we're dealing with some serious damage. 3, 5, 7, 8. Yep. Deadly Dispute. Keep drawing cards. We should be pretty set up here, though. I think this is a really good position for us. So they could have double Galv Blast. That would be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. Yeah, double Galv Blast is bad. Alright, they have the cast down for the Carrion Feeder, so we'll sacrifice it to itself. Get that extra point on the Beetle. And they'll Galv Blast the Beetle. Okay. Opponent's got plays. We find the Nested Shambler. Wondering if I should play the Sanitarium Skeleton this turn, then next turn play Bonesplitter equip. I think it's probably more damage if we do it this way. Alright, F6, nothing to do here. Just have to hope they don't have Cannonade in the main. They're going to be able to start doing good stuff starting next turn. No Cannonade, please no Cannonade. Okay, Cleansing Wildfire. That's fine. So they can maybe Galv Blast our Bone Picker. Nope, Blood Fountain. Alright. Play Bonesplitter, put it on Skeleton. Sorry, Zombie. Put it on Zombie. That's important. Gotta put it on the Zombie. 6, 7, 8. Put him to 4. So now they're going to be able to start playing vampires. Like, if they go Boarding Party into Vampire here, that's pretty bad for us, obviously. Alright, another Deadly Dispute. So they're really drawing cards here, looking for the right answer to what we're doing. Looks like Vampire. Yep. Okay, so they go to 8. So it looks like we're dealing 7 damage at the moment, putting them to 1. Depending on their blocks. Like, they could block Nested Shambler and trade. They take only 5 damage that way, but I get a bunch of squirrels. Village Rites, not bad. So I get to play another Bone Picker. Alright, so they do block the Shambler. That's fine. So I think we'll let this happen. We'll get our squirrels. We'll play a Bone Picker. And then we'll hold up Village Rites. Boarding Party. No, Fengran. Oh, no. They can gain like 10 life with Fengran. That's super good for them. Oh my god, that's crazy good. Deadly Dispute for another 5 life. Wow. Fengren was crazy. That's like exactly what they needed. Good one. Good top deck. And yeah, they can just sacrifice their blood token. Gain another 5. So what did they, like, gain 20 life this turn? That's nuts. What a turn. Way to turn the entire game around. I can see why you make it onto the trophy board. And they can get... they have 2 creatures? No, it looks like they only have 1 creature currently in the graveyard. So Blood Fountain gains them 5 life and brings a Bleak Coven back to their hand. Pretty good. Cleansing Wildfire, sure. I wonder how many Fengrens they're playing in this list. Another Blood Fountain? Rough. I think I try and respond to this. See if we can draw Tragic Slip. Oh, we miss. Maybe I was supposed to Deadly Dispute? It doesn't really matter. Because we could have got 1 more draw. Because, yeah, now they can blood, discard a creature, and then they'll have 2 creatures back with Blood Fountain. Another Deadly Dispute. Gain 5, back to 20. Find a Shambler. Alright, they got cast down on that. Kind of want to Deadly Dispute the Nested Shambler. So they'll just take 3. Three mana costs a lot. I did actually look at that one. I think the cost is a little bit too high. 3 mana. Although the lifelink would be very nice. So I did definitely consider it. But with the quality of cards in this list, I'm not sure where I would be able to fit it in. It does seem like a natural fit. It's just, you know, like, the mana cost is so high and it's not actually sacrificing anything. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Another Fengren in the main? Let's see if we can find Tragic Slip. Nope, we miss again. Although Carrion Feeder Mortician Beetle is a combo, especially with all these squirrels. We're going to be able to make them way bigger than the Fengren Marauders. They're going to need more cast towns to kill us, or kill these creatures. And they're tapped out, basically. They can just gain 10 life, though. I think we just take this hit. Oh, Ceremonial Knife. Cool. Yeah, take 5. They'll probably be able to just kill us with, like, Galv Blasts at this point. Yeah. Galv Blast or Ecstatic Awakener? Sure. I mean, like, we're missing on a power from the Bonesplitter and it costs more mana. And we're not getting a lot of value out of those, Okay, Perilous Myr is interesting. Let's see here. Carrion Feeder. Mortician Beetle. Attack with everything. Do we put a Bonesplitter onto the Bone Picker? I think we do. It's kind of tough. If we put a Bonesplitter on the Bone Picker, they're going to be gaining like 10 life from us sacrificing the treasure to bring these the skeleton back. I think we don't put the Bonesplitter on. Sack the squirrel. Always yes. Okay, hit for a bunch of damage. And then, yeah, I think we just leave the Persistent Skeleton to come back to grow the creatures. Pass turn. And I don't want to sacrifice my treasure to give them 10 life. Reckless Impulse resolves. Find another Fengrand, damn it! Bleak Coven Vampires is also really solid. Just throw that down, I go to 7 immediately. And I only have one blocker here in the Beetle. I should have kept one Squirrel back, so I could block both of these. What a great game for our final match. This is fantastic. Actually getting like a good game. The Fengrands obviously threw me for a loop, but yeah, I respect that. Definitely put down the Bleak Coven there. Really pressure my life total. I just have bad blocks. So now I die to like a Galv Blast. Yeah, I needed to keep a squirrel back. That was actually pretty important. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're dead. Guaranteed. All right, so that's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. So I can do 15 total. Not good enough. Get a Bone Picker. Yeah, all right. Good game. Really good game. But we lose this one. They just have to Blood Fountain, return Bleak Coven, replay Bleak Coven. GG. Excellent game. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, gonna want Snuff Out to kill their Fengrens. Bring in Fleshbag. Perilous Myr seem kind of bad. It's not gonna kill any of their creatures. Oh no, they get to bring in Krark Clan Shaman for this matchup. Oh no. We're in a ton of trouble against Krark Clan Shaman. We needed to win game 1. Crypt Rats could be good. Bone Picker's good against Krark Clan. Maybe we bring in Mesmeric Fiend. and try and take their best cards away from them. Yeah, Fiend might not be good. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping for the Fiend to... I want to sacrifice it immediately when it comes into play. Fuck you. Just immediately Kark Clan Shaman. Just immediately. Worst card we could possibly have. Oh, that sucks. Can we even play into that? Everything we play, we're just going to lose. Play another Nested Shambler. It cost them 2 artifacts to get rid of the Shambler and the token. Yeah, these Mesmeric Fiends are just looking terrible at the moment. There's a Blood Fountain, so that's giving them tons of artifacts. They have no problem now sacrificing to Kark Clan. And we're not able to clock them quickly enough. Bone Picker would be amazing. But yeah, this is just not enough damage. They don't have to sacrifice the Kark Clan, they can just wait. I would say GG, my friends. Still, had some really fun games, some fun leagues. Game 1 in this matchup was great. Hey, Bone Picker, there's the card we were looking for. They had the removal spell for it. Well, I think we're going to have to play this deck next week. Definitely a style I enjoy. This is one of my favorite decks. The Wild Vampire Party. Shaman dies to its own ability, sure, but it kills all of my stuff too. Oh, come on. Just drawing lands? I need something to remove this Kark Clan Shaman. And we're dead. They can sacrifice Chromatic Star. They just gain like 1,000,000 life. Oh, that's a card. Alright, so they're going to activate Kark Clan. Now they'll activate it again. Oh, they're going for the Galv Blast. Okay. Yeah, that works. I'll still might draw my card. Not a... it doesn't really matter. A Tragic Slip would have been fun. Snuff Out, you know, like be able to kill their Marauder, but we got another Beetle. And we just take 9 damage here. Sure. Do you have a Galv Blast to finish us off? Another Vampire. Alright, cool. GG's. Fantastic. Alright, well, we still managed to get our play points back in both leagues. So we got a pair of 3/2s with Black Sack. Actually very happy with that. We had a couple of difficult matchups. Let me get back over into this screen as we do the other rundown here. Yeah, definitely happy with this league. That was a lot of fun. So I've been playing Black Sack for a little while. This is one of my favorite archetypes to just kind of like fool around with. I find the idea to be like very fun and entertaining to me. As far as power level goes, it's actually surprisingly strong, able to face off against some of the better decks in the format. I do think that we had a fairly good chance game 1 versus that Jund list, but, you know, they're lambing the Fengrand at the perfect turn was pretty brutal, and then once we go into games 2 and 3, they have Krark Clan Shaman, which is really difficult for us to deal with. We have to find removal spell for it basically immediately. So I should have just kept like all the removal spells, all the Fleshbags, all the Crypt Rats, the Snuff Outs, all the Tragic Slips. I think that when I go back and play this deck again, I'm going to take out the 2 Sanitarium Skeletons, go to full 4 Persistent Specimen, which works really well with Carrion Feeder and Mortician Beetle, and then we'll bring in a 3rd Ecstatic Awakener, and I think that'll balance things out pretty nicely. We get an extra sacrifice effect in the Awakener, and have, you know, a little bit more aggression to the list, which is something that's really important. We have to be able to turn our creatures sideways every turn. We need to be doing damage. We got to be chipping in on those early turns so that we can have, you know, like the board that is going to end them. Otherwise, you know, like if they can catch their breath, they're going to be able to stabilize. That's generally how the matches have felt.